Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Riverside County Board Brief as we give you a brief look at what took place during today's Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting. My name is Pep Fernandez, and joining us to lead off the board brief, Rania Odenbaugh is back from the executive office. And Rania, you had a chance to go in front of the board today. In fact, we'll take a look at some video of Rania during the Board of Supervisors meeting today because you had to present the CARES Act funding. Where did all this money go inside of Riverside County? And again, this is some video from earlier today, but Rania, explain maybe first off what the CARES Act is and your mission today to kind of, really share a lot of big numbers across Riverside County for great funding.
Thank you, Pep. Yes, big numbers, lots of money, and as I explained to the board, we had so many needs and a funding that came with an expiration date and with a limited amount. So we received in total $538 million. The money was spent in so many good ways to support the 2.4 million residents in Riverside County. We're talking rental assistance, recovery programs, small business grants, economic recovery, long-term efforts, monies to our hospitals in Riverside County to support them as well, and congregate care facilities and skilled nursing facilities. So the money was well spent, and it's spent in full, and now we get to spend the ARPA money.
Well spent and well, very much needed, of course, with COVID. But Rania, also, how about the fact that the transparency of this process? Because again, those are some big numbers. That's a lot of money. And I'm sure folks, including us, we're all taxpayers here, we want to know where that money's going.
Absolutely. We walked in with eyes open from the beginning with the Board of Supervisors and the public, providing frequent reporting to the Board of Supervisors on how the money was spent from the beginning and throughout the completion or the full maximization, rather, of the funding. On an open book, it was spent appropriately, fully maximized, and in compliance with the U.S. Treasury guidelines. Now, we did receive CARE State pass-through, which came with different strings attached from that of the federal CARES. So we had to take that into account. Some expenses that are eligible or programs eligible under the state CARES were not under the federal or vice versa. So there was some strategy there on how we determined which expenses would be funded by what. And ultimately, FEMA, $51 million was also expended on emergency protective measures and personal protective gear.
All right, very good. Rania Odenbaugh from the Executive Office here at Riverside County. Thank you, Rania. Always good seeing you.
Thanks, Pep.
Appreciate it. And that was a breakdown of the CARES Act funding. Now we're moving on to illegal fireworks. You might have some big plans coming up this Monday, the 4th of July, Independence Day. But a quick reminder that if you light it, we'll ride it. In fact, let's take a look at some video from, you might have seen it, the campaign, the illegal firework campaign. And again, a lot of our veterans sensitive to those loud noises, our pets as well. And there are a lot of, severe consequences with illegal fireworks, including, again, brush fires and whatnot. So, again, just a quick reminder of making sure that you are, using common sense right out there. And there's a list on the website of fireworks shows in Riverside County that you can attend safely. And again, the 4th of July coming up this Monday, Independence Day. Here is Supervisor Karen Spiegel talking more about the If You Ride It, We'll Light It campaign.
Which leads to the fireworks. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to hear more and more fireworks, and they are illegal in Riverside County. Fines are $1,000 to $5,000. What people don't understand is how many violations you've had, not just this year, but over the last 3 years. And that's important. So if you're a repeated offender of fireworks, illegal fireworks, that's what's going to cost more and more each year. So if you've already hit your large number and you're getting caught several times this year, that could be $5,000 a pop. So bad players get penalties for their bad playing. So the tagline is, if you light it, we'll write it. So please be mindful of that.
All right, that was Supervisor Karen Spiegel. And finally here, we had a big retirement ceremony during the Board of Supervisors meeting. Let's take a look at that video from earlier today. It was Bonifacio de la Cruz, 37 years with Riverside County Fire, most recently the battalion chief out in Coachella. And what's really neat here about Bonifacio de la Cruz is that he grew up in that area, came full circle all the way back to his hometown to be the battalion chief out there. And after 37 years of service, a well-deserved retirement, a special proclamation for Bonifacio today. We had a chance to catch up with him after the Board of Supervisors meeting to talk about how special this was for him, and also Chief Bill Weiser. He's losing a good one in Bonifacio de la Cruz.
As what was mentioned, I began my initiation into the fire service as a volunteer out of a small community, Mecca. That's where I grew up, graduated grade school, high school there as well. So lo and behold, as it turned out, I returned there as a fire captain of the old Station 40 for 9 or so years before I promoted into my current rank as a battalion chief.
But I tell you here, we're celebrating Chief Bonifacio's retirement today with the Board of Supervisors. He's been terrific here within the county, working out in the Coachella Valley for so many decades. He's been a fixture there, a leader there, and just a community, a citizen of the community, someone that really helps out when people need it. We're so proud of him, and we're celebrating his career, 37 years.
Congratulations to Bonifacio. Well, my name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate tuning in to the board brief each and every time there is a Board of Supervisors meeting. Make sure you follow along on the RivCo Now social media platforms. I'm Pep Fernandez, and we will see you next time.